What's up, y'all? This is Michael C. Views from the Trap. 2 ears, one mouth. Today's a different day. I'm not alone. Today I have a special guest by the name of Kimberly Waldropt, founder of Territory, dear friend of mine, close friend of mine, someone dear to me. And she's also a creative as well, so we're here to pick her brain, see what we can learn from her, and apply to our everyday living as well. So, here's Kimberly Waldropt. This is very weird.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for being a part of the show. So, I will start off with saying that I know about your brand Territory, and I love it. And I know it does wonders for me. What is some of the things that Territory does for you on a personal level?
Okay. How was your day today?
Yeah, good day.
You had a good day?
Well,
Why did you have a good day today?
For one, I woke up. I was able to speak to the people that I love, and they woke up. So, yeah, that made it a great day for me. That's it.
Okay. I wake up every day and I'm able to do something that I love. Sorry, my dog is playing with his toys right now, but I get to wake up every day and do something that I love to do, and I get to be home with my family. I have a free schedule. I get to pretty much do something that I love. Territory is I'm sorry.
Mason is, he knew he's on cue.
Territory is a wellness brand that represents wanting better for yourself. We wake up every day and we're constantly sold things that aren't necessarily good for our bodies. We're usually targeted because of our ignorance. And I am a soap maker. I make soap. I've been making soap since I was like 10.
Okay.
I turned this into a business, and I pretty much emphasize the importance of routine, the importance of mental health, and how that can affect your overall well-being, your overall health, and then that eventually changes how you eat, changes how you treat your body, nourish your body, exercise, and then eventually it helps with your skin. And Territory is, we hyper focus on people with sensitive skin, so it's not just a skincare business. It's a wellness lifestyle, brand that just we offer things that are just better for us. And eating right is a huge part of, my mantra. I tell you all the time, eat better and, get more rest and eat at certain times and eat certain things, stay away from certain things, work out, because it just helps our body operate better. And for you to say that you had a good day because you woke up today, that means that you're doing something right.
Absolutely.
And of course, you get to use Territory every day.
You had to throw that in there. All right, so before we dig deep into the product itself, I want to ask you a couple of questions. Well, I'm going to throw out a couple of words, and you tell me what those words mean to you.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with creative.
The first thing that comes to mind,
the first thing that comes to mind that
creative.
that applies to you.
Everything. everything I do, everything I do, from pouring a glass of water to drinking it to getting dressed, to waking up and brushing my teeth, to taking a shower, to walking out, and it's my mind is always going all the time, and I'm always thinking of something, and whether it's marketing or whether it's a blog that I need to write, or whether it's a soap that I want to make, or whether it's content that I want to create, or whether it's something that I'm wearing, or I'm creative, is it's just being. That's what it means to me.
That's what it means to you. When you go through a creative block,
Oh God.
how do you get over that hump?
Oh
Because
my
I know
God.
a lot of people go through that.
Well, first of all,
What's one of your ways of getting over that hump?
Well, first of all, I want to talk about what that feeling is like. Because creativity means being, not, when I'm having a creative block, I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like I'm operating properly. I don't feel my self-esteem isn't the greatest. And then having to get over that block, it takes a village. It takes good people around you to remind you sometimes that you are as good as you are. We can't do it alone, and we always need help. And I'm learning that I need help with my self-esteem. I need help with just staying grounded. I need help with sometimes even being patient, because I think, it's okay to like, it's almost natural to have a creative block. Because when you're putting out so many things, and then you get burnt out, and then it's just like, shit, you feel shitty. But it's you kind of have to embrace it.
Let it out.
Excuse me.
Hey, yo, let it out.
You gotta embrace it, because you gotta give yourself time to let it come to you. And you tell me that all the time. Just let it come to you. Just stop thinking about it. Let it come to you. Let it come to you. And that is something that you gotta do. You gotta let it come to you. And of course, for me, going right back to routine. When I'm when I'm not sticking to my regimen, I'm all fucked up.
Yeah.
I find that going back to the origin of my regimen, which is waking up, having 2 glasses of water, making up my bed, doing my affirmations, writing, do 2 minutes of explosive movement.
Yeah.
Getting your blood going, that will start activating your brain, making sure I get a smoothie in, making sure that I get the right foods in. Doing that in time, over time, sticking to that regimen, so many, like, it'll just come to me. But that's what works for me. Because I know that my creative blocks come from burnout. It comes from just overworking and not taking time to break.
So break is important to you, because I know that some people like to, when they go through their creative humps, they'll try to keep on creating.
Yes, I do.
To try to fight through it instead of taking a break.
And it's different for everybody. I think when the break comes, or if it comes to you, or if you choose to take the break, I think however it comes, it should be embraced.
Okay.
Because it's almost like running an uphill battle.
Running uphill battle, yes.
And it's only going to exhaust you if you try to fight it and try to but for some people will work through the break. The break will be there, and some people will work through it. It doesn't necessarily mean that the work is good, or at least to their standard.
Yeah, it could be shit.
It could be shitty to, but I don't know. For me, I think break is important, because you need to rest. Rest is important for your body physically. Rest is important for your mind.
Absolutely.
And if you are running crazy all the time and you don't rest, you're gonna eventually crash.
So hit like a restart button.
Right.
That's very much needed because I feel the same way. Because me as a photographer, I have to put my camera down for weeks at a time and forget that I even have a camera in order for me to be creative. So I definitely understand that shit a lot. But sometimes I try to fight through it though. You know, get all the whack photography out of me, just to get to that one good one.
Do you do that by just shooting random things, or do you?
Yeah, because I'm not a random shooter. I like to shoot people. So when I'm going through my creative humps, I'll go outside and just shoot cars or buildings just to flush it out of me, and then I get back to what I get to. But that's a good way of getting over your creative hump, because I know a lot of people suffer with that and they don't know how to get through it. But that's very helpful what you said.
So, like, let me ask you this.
Sure.
As a street photographer,
okay.
and given the actual definition of a street photographer,
okay.
Other than the streets, what inspire you?
People.
Okay.
People. That's it.
Okay.
I think everybody's a walking book, a walking story, a walking movie. Everybody. So I pull my inspiration and my creativity from people. Like, their energy is what I thrive off of, good or bad energy. And for the most part, it's sad to say, but I think it's not even sad. It's just the truth. My platform is built off of bad energy. I like to focus in on bad energy and find the beauty in it somewhere, you know, and put it in your face. But yeah, my creative humps, I try to fight through it, but I'm learning more to take my breaks.
How do you feel about that?
About my breaks?
Yeah.
Shit. Sometimes I feel, like, when I'm taking my breaks, I feel like, yo, I could be doing so much more. Like, I'm slacking. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other photographers are beating me. And
I feel that.
You know? So
when I take a break from social media, I feel like my business is falling behind.
Yeah.
When I'm not posting as much, or when I'm not creating reels or advertising, or when I'm not blogging, or when I'm not doing anything that's pertaining to what it is that I do. But everybody has their time.
Is that because you think you worry about what other creatives are doing?
I'm not worried about what other creatives are doing.
Okay.
I'm worried about losing the interest of my current audience. I worry about them moving on to someone else. I'm trying to win their hearts all the time, mainly because, mainly because I'm still very emotionally attached to my brand.
Okay.
My brand is still a huge part of me, but I am learning to slowly detach myself just a little bit, just so that I can still run a business. But it's mainly because I'm trying to please my audience, and that's not healthy.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you a question about that, but once you said it's not healthy, then you kind of took away my question. But I'm still gonna ask it. Do you think that's fair to yourself?
Nah, it's not fair to me because
you should please yourself first, right?
Because at the end of the day, it's a business, and business is business, and a business is consistent no matter what. And because I be in my feelings, I'm not consistent, because I be feeling way about certain
You're
certain
a tourist,
things that's
though.
going on in my life.
You're a tourist. Like,
I'm human.
That's
I'm a human who's too emotionally attached to my business. But, I also am emotionally attached because it's my creative outlet. You know what I mean? It's how I'm building a brand. I'm also building an aesthetic.
Okay.
And I'm building a lifestyle, and sometimes I don't always want to share parts of my lifestyle to the world because I'm I didn't think that I would be running a business to expose so much of myself. And I think that's the part that I didn't see coming. Okay. And then when it came to that, I was like, shit, like, so many people know. The more I share with people, the more people want from me, and then that plays into me trying to please people. If they like it when I'm giving so much, after a while, when I have no more to give, they're gonna move on. Water. That's mine.
Thank you.
Are you gonna move on because I'm not giving anymore, or at this moment, or but believe it or not, they're pretty okay with me taking breaks. I'm very open about that because I'm human again. They know that I'm a one person show.
And the product is dope as shit, so.
Thank you.
It's easy for people like, let me give her a break because I know she's gonna come back with some fire shit.
I hope that's how they think.
Yeah. Okay. I ain't got no choice to think like that.
I hope that's what they think.
All right, so another word. Inspiration.
Oh God. I shouldn't say everything. Not everything inspires me. First thing that comes to mind, inspiration. Me, the physical state of me, my body, my look inspires me. I think every day I look at myself and I'm like, damn girl, you fine. And that just inspires me to, like, I know people, men or women, fantasize over my body. They fantasize over my melanin, the shape of my body. And I think that's where the pressure comes in to always, stay fit and shape and look a certain way.
God, you get that angle right.
I gotta get that angle right. But that inspires me because I'm like, damn, not only do I look good, I'm also building a fire brand that's concrete. And so that kind of inspires me to I should shoot myself doing this because I'm gonna look good doing it. And I know people are gonna gain something from it because if they see me doing it and they know that it's good for me and that it's gonna possibly be good for them. So food inspires me. Food is,
you use food in your product.
Yeah, so it's an important building block to our health internally, and I use it in my products. So food is always going to be the forefront of territory.
What inspired you to use food for your product instead of going like the
normal route,
the other brand's route?
I'm always I if I'm gonna do anything, I'm going to be different. And we, as this generation, I would say, we have so much access to information that sometimes we miss the obvious things. For example, a lot of people were hung up on this whole turmeric trend where it's great for hyperpigmentation, but people also don't realize that carrots are really good for hyperpigmentation as well.
Okay.
Beta carotene is, carrots are beta carotene rich.
Okay.
It's an antioxidant that helps fight free radicals, helps rebalance the skin's texture, helps with melanation, and we have so much access to that, but we're so fixated on this whole turmeric trend that we're missing something else that's vastly accessible to us. And because I know that, and because I do my research, and I'm big on the benefits of food, what food can do for us, and I'm all about longevity and living a longer, healthier life. And soap making is what I do, and I know that carrots have good skin benefits. Why not include the two? And I growing up in this Instagram world where skincare brands are constantly shoving new things in our faces that include food, but it's the derivative of that food, not the actual food. So, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to do it absolute. And in my product, I want it to be, carrots in the actual soap. You can read the ingredients, you can pronounce the ingredients, you can also eat the ingredients.
Okay.
And it's something that's digestible, easy to understand, and effective, and so why the hell not? And food, when we eat these foods, avocados, carrots, papaya, fruits, vegetables, I mean, we all should know by now that they contain amazing source of vitamins and nutrients, and yet we're still not eating the amount that we should be. But we can go out and buy $100 shower gels that are only going to irritate your skin anyway. Why not give the people something that I know that they're going to need and I know that they're going to love? And so, yeah, so that's why food inspires me.
Outside of your brand and the soap world, give me 2 names of people that inspire you. It can be music, art, and give me the reasons why they inspire you. This is the conversation we had yesterday? Probably. Tell them, because I know.
Oh, okay.
The people might need to know. And I think it was 3 names that you had, right?
Yeah, but, but well, okay. What we talked about was, who do we fan out for?
Yeah, I didn't damn.
I love
I ain't wanted to know I fanned out over nobody.
Love Rihanna's work ethic. I think Rihanna's work ethic is impeccable. I think she's hit every market a celebrity could actually successfully hit, which is makeup, fashion, music, acting. You know what I'm saying? Now all the bitch got to do is come out with a bottled water. She like 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Like she could come out with a water. And people will fucking buy it.
She don't even have to make music no more.
She doesn't even have to make music anymore at this point. Now she's having a baby. Oh, forget about it. And, she's just unapologetically beautiful and so confident period.
Yeah, she's dope.
You can't tell her nothing at all.
Next person. You want me to say it for you? Because I remember the names you told me.
I'm not going to say Oprah.
You're not gonna. All right, so we'll skip over that.
And I'm not gonna say Pharrell.
You're not gonna say.
No, Pharrell is.
You have 2 new ones.
Pharrell is just a pure. He's just an angelic being. He's just so pure and himself, and he's not trying to be nobody else but himself. And he's just so peaceful and happy and joyful, and and he don't really care about.
Yeah, it's like he's high.
All the time, all day, 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, if I could talk about like business inspirations, well, I'm gonna piggyback off one of the people that you said.
Okay.
Which is Dame Dash.
I get that.
Because
I get that from you.
You put me on to his book.
Dame Dash, holla at me, please.
You put me on to his book, and honestly, I've listened to the book since you told me about it. Yeah. I've downloaded on Tidal, and I've listened to it at least 10 times full.
It's good.
It's really good.
Really fucking good.
And there were some things that this nigga says, and I'm like, oh shit, nah, he's right. It's damn. What did he say, man? That shit hit home. He said, "You're not a boss if you're not putting up your own money."
Yeah, that changed my whole outlook on just how I look at people.
Right, and it changed my outlook on how I look at brands that go so hard for grants and funding and this.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I don't have time to be filling out applications for government loans to run my business, because to me, if my business needs more money, that means I'm not making money.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So if my business needs money from an outside source, that means my business wasn't making any money to begin with. And I was since day one, I've been using my own money. So that lets me know that I'm going in the right direction. He also said that I'm gonna be broke for a what? Broke. I'm gonna be broke for a long time.
Yes.
If your brand is real and legit, you don't need gimmicks. You don't need to have a sale. You don't need to have a 2 for $5 for, you know what I mean? Like, that's like street drug dealing shit.
Yeah, exactly.
If your brand is on point and clear and concise and good, and you have a good product and you have a real connection with your audience, you don't have to do that. You could sell your product at a premium price and leave it there.
Preach. Yes, definitely.
You know,
right.
so.
Dame is a shit.
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't get enough credit.
He doesn't.
He's the shit.
Honestly, it's because of his personality, and I think a lot of people don't get it. I don't think they see the evolution of him. I think they just see that standoff arrogance at first, and then that's what they take from it. But when you really listen to him, he sounds like a great father figure.
I'm gonna be honest with it, but with you, as far as Dame Dash, I think people don't get it because America's not used to a black man standing up for himself. And
he don't take shit.
And he don't take shit, black, white, it doesn't matter. And, you know, a man like that in power can teach so many others and that would follow. And,
absolutely.
You know, I don't want to get into the whole race thing, but I love Dame Dash.
Yeah.
He's my guy. He's my go-to guy. But I definitely feel you on that, man. His book is amazing.
His book is amazing.
If anybody out there hasn't read it yet or heard it, Culture Vultures.
Culture Vultures.
Very dope.
On Tidal.
So we got that out the way. This is something I always wanted to talk about with all creators. So whoever listens to my show, and if I ever have a guest on here, you're gonna hear me ask this question to all of them. Social media. How do you run it? How do you add it to your business? Is it something that you feel is a major tool to your business? Do you feel like it's weakening your business? Is it helping your creativity? Is it taking away from your creativity? Just expound on social media. Because I have a love-hate relationship with social media myself. So.
Definitely a double-edged sword for me. It's definitely a love-hate thing. It's a gift and a curse for sure. I think this is the difference. I think when you are doing it for fun,
okay,
and you're not selling something, you have a better relationship with it. When your income is dependent on it, that's when it's detrimental to your mental health. If you're trying to gain something from it, that's when it's detrimental. If you're just trying to have fun and be silly and all of that, then I think people love they thrive.
Okay.
You know? I also know that if you are not educated on how to use social media, it's a struggle, because it is still a machine that you have to learn.
Absolutely.
Also, if you're not privy on how people behave or any type of, like, I think psychology is important, especially because sociology and psychology to me fall under the same umbrella. And being social means that you are giving a part of yourself.
Okay.
And not everybody wants to do that, and everybody, wants to do that, especially on a consistent basis, especially when, again, your income. So I use it for my business. I use it to tell a story and to speak to my audience. I'm not as consistent as I should be, but I think for the most part, I'm all right for now. I could be doing more, but I also run a business. So, but I use it in the beginning. When I was having fun with it, I was using it as like a complete mood board, a feel of the brand community. I do want to get back into that where I was just keeping it, very pictures. It was a vibe, more so like a vibe page. Kind of like for me, just to like kind of map out the life that I want for myself. And then because the social paradigm shifts, and then now trends happen, and so now you have to find a different way to capture these people's attention. And right now being fully physically present is big. That's what people want to see people, and but learning psychology, reading a bunch of books, and all the information that I've gained learning about humans is that people like watching other people. It's just a natural thing that we do. We can walk outside. We could be sitting inside the house and look out the window. And if we see people, we will stare at them and watch what they're doing for like 5 minutes straight for no reason.
That's where my inspiration comes from, doing just that.
Just watching people watching.
Just watching people.
And that's a thing. That's a thing that we do. And then when we go on social media, when it's so accessible to us, all we got to do is press one button and we're exposed to so many different people doing things. So for me, it's a little bit of behind the scenes of what I'm doing. It's a little bit behind the scenes of the brand. It's a little bit of education. It's a little bit of announcements, just communications all around. Yeah.
So I want you to be totally honest with me about this right here. As a creative, as an artist, as an entrepreneur, how does social media affect you when either somebody's probably not feeling your product, or if you lose followers, or because I can only speak for myself, man. That shit hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm petty. If you unfollow me, I have the app. I know who unfollows me. I'll block you. You don't worry about spinning the block on my shit again. So that's just me. How do you deal with it? And does it affect you? Because some people.
It does. Strong. It does affect me. Again, I'm emotionally attached to my brand. And I built Territory on social media. So that's how Territory came alive. The Instagram came before the website came.
Sorry for the pause.
The Instagram came before Territory's website. So it kills me because it's like, but then again, it's like there are a lot of complications with these apps where there are a lot of fake accounts.
Yeah, the bots and shit.
Ad bots and inactive accounts, and that just kind of automatically unfollow you, which I get. But it's still, it's you know what it is? It's like you see this number growing and you're so proud of it, and then when you see it decline, it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, my bank account can...
Those followers ain't changed.
Right, those numbers don't change.
Same friends keep coming.
Exactly.
Benjamin.
Hey, there you go. So it's like, I tell you about it all the time. I'm just like, bro, I lost like 8 followers, and you're just like, man, Yeah. But it's just like, I didn't lose $8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's I have I made more money this month than I did followers.
Okay.
On my Instagram, and that's because of the work that I was doing off of social media. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to come, they're going to go. And I'm only here for organic growth. I'm not here to grow up super fast and grow out of control. But yeah, when I'm thinking about getting that app, I'll be
I'm
honest
telling
with
you.
you.
Because the way that I can describe the relationship I have with social media is like the scene from Baby Boy, the movie Baby Boy, when they was arguing and then they went straight. He was like, "Fuck you, I hate you,"
And they started kissing.
and then they started having sex. I love you. I love you. That's my relationship with social media. That one scene in Baby Boy. 'Cause, man, I tell you, bro. Man, they would. I lose one follower, man.
And
I'd
it's
be
like,
oh my God.
because it's your work, and it's the work that you are sensitive about. We're sensitive about our work. So when we get a follower, it's like, oh wow, you're interested in my work, and then now it's like, oh, now you don't like my work. Like, get the fuck out of here. Cool, I didn't want you here anyway. You know.
Exactly.
But I'm learning this though. You don't want a bunch of followers. I don't want a bunch of followers because there's this man that I follow. His name is Seth Godin.
Okay.
He's a like marketer genius, and I'm reading his book. I'm watching all his videos, and he said, if you're building anything, he said, it's easier to have 100 followers or 100,000 customers because it's less responsibility on your part to create something good. But if you have 3 followers, you got to create amazing things for just those 3 followers, and that is much more intimidating than trying to please 100,000, because it's like, well, if I can't please one person, well, I got 999,999
I feel it.
that you can that you can please. But when you only have 3 followers, that's when you gotta be super, super, super niche, super, super, super targeted, and super tunnel vision to pleasing those 3 people. And that's all you gotta worry about, those 3 people.
Yeah.
How do I keep the interest of those 3 people rather than keeping the interest of 100,000? So
deep.
I would rather have less followers, because I know that with the followers that I have now,
They support you.
the audience that I have now
Yeah.
is feeding me.
They support you. That's dope. That's dope. I ain't never look at it like that. I did, but I didn't. That's crazy. I never thought about it like that.
People want the grandiosity because it makes it's an ego booster.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, you know, I got more followers, but that doesn't mean that those followers are paying for, like, okay, put it like this. If you had 100,000 followers and you were selling an item for $2.
Yeah.
100 of you can't get 100,000 of those people to purchase one thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like having a fake blue check.
Yeah. But if you had 500 people.
Yeah.
And you could talk to them, and you could get them to pay you $2.
Each person.
Each person.
You lit.
You straight.
You lit.
You know what I'm saying? It's the, you want to do something that you love and only you are obsessed over, because when the outside people see how obsessed you are with it, people on the outside are fascinated with that.
Absolutely.
They're fascinated with it. They're like, wow, this person is so niche and so obsessed with this thing that they're doing. It kind of opens up the curiosity to be like, you know what? Let me, if they're so invested, let me invest. So that I could. But it also you also want to have the same beliefs. You want to share the same interests. You want to share the same beliefs, because, for example, I'll put it in photography form. You're a street photographer. You you take photos of things at the street.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a huge community of proper term of street photographers.
Okay.
But you put out socks.
Yes.
And you sold those socks for $25 a pop.
On the website.
On the website, right? Is that the price point?
No, my socks are $12. $12.
Oh, okay.
But
$12.
But the link is in the bio on Instagram. Go ahead.
And but let's say 500 of your 37,000 followers, 3,700 followers are truly invested in you.
Okay.
If they all just bought a pair of socks, who gives a fuck about the rest of the...
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The rest of your followers, because y'all are so niched and y'all have this bond over street photography that they're not seeing anywhere else. And you're so obsessed with it, and you're just giving them the raw goodness that you give, they're going to be with you for life. Those 500 people, or even those 20 people, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But it's harder. It is harder to please less people. It's hard for me to be like, when I see that I have the amount of followers that I have, which is to me is a lot. To me, I think is a lot.
It is a lot.
And
I showed somebody your page before, and they was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
And that it showed me that people look at numbers, but that's the first thing that they said. They didn't look at your product yet. They just said, "Wow, she has a lot of followers." I'm like, and then they went down the process. So I was like, I always kept that in mind. But go ahead.
And that number is inflated, mainly because of bots.
You think so?
I think all Instagram numbers are inflated.
Oh yeah, especially when they're in the millions.
Of course.
It's like a million people 17 million people don't care about you.
Yeah, right.
Don't care.
On a daily basis.
On a daily fucking basis.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, kind of lost where I was going with this.
Yeah, it's okay to lose it. We're not gonna edit it either. They don't know you lost your thought. Yeah, pick it up.
Those numbers are inflated, and to me, I think as the numbers raise, I'm just like the intensity. The anxiety increases for me because it's like shit. In my mind, I'm like shit. I gotta keep the attention of 15,000 people, rather than, I'm already struggling with trying to keep the attention of 2,000 people. On my personal page, it's just like, oh my goodness, the only people that I really need to keep interested in are the people on my email list. And that's 5,000 people. And so, I would rather focus on the 5,000 people on my email list because those are the people that signed up. Those are the people that said,
absolutely,
fuck Instagram, I want you in my mailbox.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me know what's
I want your product in my house.
It's like a VIP line, like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's dope. Me personally, I would say, man, just focus on pleasing yourself. You know what I mean? Because it's your world. You know what I'm saying? These people could have been anywhere else in the world, but they're on your page.
And that's
for a reason.
But that's exactly what it is, though.
Yeah.
That's all it is. When you're so obsessed with something, it's really it's something in you that they want a part of them. That's what I believe. Absolutely. But what I'm getting at is the obsession is really like a self-fulfilling thing.
Oh, absolutely.
And when you say please yourself, that obsession is you pleasing yourself because you're doing the thing that you love. And the people around you will pick up the right people. If you stay on the path of doing the things that you love and you're not really obsessed, you're obsessed with the one thing that you're doing, the right people will see that and they'll be impressed by it because people, again, are fascinated with that type of obsession. They're fascinated with that type of discipline and concentration. And a lot of people on this planet, can't even stick to brushing their teeth once a
Absolutely.
day.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
don't even have enough discipline and mental strength to make their beds. So that's why when they come on social media, they're looking at you. They're looking at me. What's she doing? What
Uh-huh.
he doing? But it's up to us to still keep giving. It's up to us to still keep giving them
Mm-hmm.
what they need to see every single day.
No, that's dope. I agree. I agree. So, this is going to be the last question that I have for you. And again, to everybody that's listening, you will hear me ask this question to guests that come on the show because I want to see and hear what they have to say about this. So, I'm going to tell you my outlook on this before I ask you the question. I look at everybody on this earth as we have a reason. We're here for a purpose, right? So, and I also look at what you do on this planet, depending on what it is, will quote unquote be in the next Bible or next Quran or whatever like that. Like what you do on this earth would be your role or your character. So for instance, like I always say that, Jay-Z is gonna be like a Man of Musa. Mike Tyson is gonna be like Achilles, like a Greek god. You know what I mean? Like 100 years from now, they'll be looking at Mike Tyson's story like he's one of the Greek gods, something like that. So, where do you see, and what do you want people to know or say about you when you're long gone in a heavenly place of eternal rest? What do you want people to? What do you want your story to say for you? And about your brand, about territory.
That's a lot to unpack there. I remember last year you said the same thing and you gave the same speech and I was like, fuck, that's deep. And here you are putting me on the spot with that same fucking question.
Take your time.
Ah, oh, man, that's a loaded question because damn. A lot of things come to mind. I want to be known. I,
Fucked you up a little bit, didn't I?
yeah, you did. And I don't think about this often enough, but right now, at this point in my life, I would like my business to be seen as just an amazing product that is a game changer, that redefined natural soap making, natural skincare products, because I think what's on the market right now is shit. I want to really help people, give them a nice experience. But me personally, I mean, I hope to one day be a great mother and raise an amazing kid. That could probably take territory to the next level.
Absolutely.
I mean, I kind of took my mom's company and did things with it that she couldn't do. And so, hopefully I give birth to a child in a loving environment, in an environment that is nurturing and promotes growth and independence and confidence in that kid to take the brand and do amazing things with it. Things that I couldn't do with it. I would like to be seen as a black entrepreneurial woman, to inspire other black women, girls out there, to let them know that they don't have to settle for the status quo. That they can do for themselves, that they don't have to depend on a man for anything. And I'd like to be that model in some way, shape, or form. I want to be known as a good Black mother who loves her Black kids and her Black husband, and raise a beautiful, loving Black family, and, you know, be that example for, other people.
That's dope.
And other families and stuff like that.
That's dope. This started off awkward because I know you, but it ended off like.
Do you know me better now?
Not that, yeah, that too. But it's just dope. I don't know how to describe it, but it's dope. It's dope, and the more I do this, the more I'll get more comfortable doing it, and this was dope.
I love that. I'm happy for you. I love that for you.
I'm happy for me too.
I'm happy that you're doing this, and I think the right people are gonna hear it, and I think the right people are gonna be inspired by it, and they're gonna share it, and they're going to talk about it and come back and skim through it and pull certain parts of it. Absolutely. And replay it. Absolutely. And replay it out loud to their friends.
Absolutely. I do this for the creatives that can play this in the background as they're being creative. That's why I did an audio and not a visual, because I don't want nothing to distract you from your creative process. You can still play this in the background and still paint, or still make soap, or still work out, or still take pictures. You can still listen to this in your headphones, your car, whatever it is you're doing. Yeah. But where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram, Territory, TERRA_TORY. Our website is www.terra-tory.com. You can Google me, Kimberly Waldropt, WALDROPT. We're on TikTok as Territory, TERRA_TORY. We have a Twitter called Territory1, one word, TERRA_TORY, the number 1. We have a Tumblr.
You taking advantage of social media, girl.
It's fine. I do this I've done this so many times, bro, that I constantly repeating myself. Okay, so and we're on Pinterest, TERRA_TORY. And and our, we're also, hit us up on our email if you have any questions. hello@territory, HELLO@TERRA_TORY.com.
Dope. Ladies and gentlemen, you know where to find Kimberly Waldropt now. I have one more question before we go. But it's an easy one-word answer. Okay, so I'm going to throw out one word, and you give me one answer. One word answer back. Okay. Territory.
Love.
I like that. I like that a lot. I'm Michael C. This is Views from the Trap. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Kimberly Waldropt. Territory. Thank you for being a guest. Peace.
I love that.
That was fucking dope.
So good.
That was
Come
good.
here. Come here.
Views from the Trap.
That was so dope.